Okay, I have been prototyping since literally like 10 this morning. It is currently 1 something. So I've been doing this for a while. I just completely rewrote and reconfigured how the walking system for the Mantoid works. I took his gun away because he was making me mad by shooting me all the time. But I fixed his legs. So you can see these lights indicate different points of the 3-tier system. It's very complicated. I don't even remember how it works anymore. I've got like mad scientist notes scribbling out how all it works. But basically, there is like the static position of where the leg should be after a certain distance. There is the instant transform, which is the red. You'll see it'll transform after a certain distance, and then there's the smooth point, which the legs connect to. So it's like actually like a 4-tier system if you think about it. So yeah, I've been at this for quite some time. It still needs a little bit of fine tuning, but this is much, much better than it was before. Oh, he's like a little crab walking sideways. Ah, oh, it's beautiful. I love it. He's a little bit taller now as well. Something I was able to kind of mess around with. He should make it through the doorway, I believe. Also, there's invisible animated blocks inside of his foot points, so it resets every time he takes a step too far from the when his feet get too far away from the green point. It resets the animated block and then it lifts up. So there's like a bunch of stuff that went into just getting these legs to work. I had this like he looked like he was ice skating for a bit. I wish I'd gotten that on video, but I loved. I was actually thinking about doing like an ice themed area just because I loved how much that looked. Oh, look at you! Look at you! Oh, you're beautiful, beautiful. I love you. You're working so well. He still needs some animations on his arm, which I'm gonna have to redo how that is done in Blender. But this is, I could literally cut the top half of them and like make the mantises so easily. I just need to like model a torso of a mantis with its arms and independently animate everything. But yeah, like this is really really cool. They kind of do a weird thing in the middle, which is okay for now. It's it is what it is. I love the walking though. It's really, oh my god. When you work on something for like 5 hours straight and it finally starts working, it is like pure bliss seeing all those systems work. It's so satisfying too, because like I can see visually, which I've marked with point lights, where all the positions are and what it's all doing. Probably not the best way to freaking do this, but I couldn't figure out how to share a vector 3 in the same script, so I had to split the original script into 2, so I get the smooth lerp in between all of them. Oh my god, I have been looking for a good tutorial for this for ages, and I finally figured out how to piece everything together, and this is so much better than what it was before. Because it used to do this instant little teleportation thing, where it was immediately just attached to where the red is, but I added an in-between where the white does a smooth transition, and this will connect to it. But if that gets too far away, it's not going to like break the geometry. That was a little odd. Shouldn't happen too often though. Yeah, dude. Like, get a little stink there. Get away. Oh my god. This is all like this isn't like a scripted event. Like it used scripts, but it's all dynamic foot placement. So there's not any weird twinning usually. And if you're moving around trying to dodge his bullets, the legs look so freaking good. and when I look at it, like the legs don't look weird anymore. So if I run away over here, he'll start walking towards me. They're still kind of doing the twinning thing, but this looks a lot better than the weird teleportation thing that was going on. Which I'm pretty sure there's actually a very easy fix to this. So if I just rotate, I'll create a game object, and then I'll rotate all the foot positions just slightly. So create empty. I'm not doing a fucking tutorial because this was awful. I'm pretty sure that like people are gonna look at this and be like, what was he doing? If anyone ever tries modding my game or something, I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't know what I was doing. I have no idea. Um, so I'll just do this, and then like rotate them. Yeah, I think that might have been too much rotation. We'll see. We'll see here. It might have just been enough for a little bit of dramatic poise. Trying to create an offset so like they don't start like galloping. I don't want them to gallop. I want them to like spider sneak across. Which are two different like looking locomotions completely. Yeah, there we go. A whole new breed of mantoid. So if he'll go over to my player position over there. You can see this in action. It's actually kind of creepy now that his legs like work properly. He's actually kind of like gross and like that still doesn't look right, but it's fine. Yep. And there's no twinning on the front legs anymore. And this could hypothetically be used for any type of like quadruped, like very quickly. If you give me like an hour, I could probably, if I was like speed running this, which I don't want to do because that just creates more problems later. But like, I am so happy with this. Oh my god, this took me. I've been trying to like solve this problem for a while. I'm still learning coding, even like towards the end of development. There's always so much to learn. But I was like, I want to make a better inverse kinematics leg setup, and I don't like how the dynamic placement's working currently, because it would just do this teleportation thing, and the smooth lerp would like do like an ice skating thing. Like, how do I combine the two without using a vector 3? Because I can't have the two functions share a vector 3. So I was like, how do you do that? So I split it into two different scripts, and then I assigned a bunch of different objects, and then again, probably not the most efficient way to do this, but until I figure out coding properly, like as a master professional, this is actually pretty decent. Like this makes sense. And also the offset does keep the two legs from like touching most of the time. Why hello. He's mad because I took his gun. Yeah. Anyway, just showing off this little thing. It's been a huge like work in progress for a while. I've shown different prototypes of it, which were like the really shitty just instant teleportation. But now it has dynamic placement and the lift, like the foot actually lifts up now. It's not just point 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 point. It actually like goes up and down, up and down. When all combined, all of these little systems work together perfectly. Still don't like what's going on there, but that's fine. Like seriously, I could probably live with that. I might fix that somehow, maybe just like spreading out the legs, or honestly I might have to do that. But that's fine though. That's like not a big deal. Just like I needed to figure out how to get these like all of these like four functions working in tandem. Like a beautiful array of nonsense. Oh, this is so cool. Yes! It all works! He's alive! I feel like I could have easily created so many more complicated, worse systems. So the fact that I actually figured this out is just so satisfying. Oh my god, look at that. Hey, you're twinning. Why are you twinning? What? Sir. I literally just rotated your stuff. You should be fine. Straight walking. Sometimes it just happens, I guess. But yeah, like that's so much better than it was. The lights kind of kill the illusion. Um, Hold on, let me deactivate that real quick. Oh my god. I could not explain to you the grief this has caused me. I've been looking at documentation after documentation, like, where do I go? Where does, like, how do you do inverse kinematics? And finding, like, a decent tutorial that's recent is kind of difficult. And somebody I saw did, like, a really good explanation, but they didn't show, like, how a code would even be referenced. And I kind of get their reasoning, but it's still causing me a lot of grief. But now that I know how the system works, somewhat, if I'll have to go through my crazy scientist notes again. But now I can start working on the other details too, so I can like work on like the animated bits of him, like his little lower arms. I could have like his animated big arm clenching or just like an idle pose. Things I can actually focus on now that I'm not trying to figure out how the freaking inverse kinematics can all integrate and mesh together. Oh, I've integrated these like four systems so well. Oh, I'm so happy with this. It's beautiful. I drew you on the back of a napkin. And look at you now. Clipping your crossed legs. Yeah, this is not simple. Like, this is not... I thought this was going to be a lot simpler than it actually was. Do, 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 do. I've disabled the footsteps for now, but I could activate that fairly easily. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna give you your gun back. Hold on. Do do do. Where is his Abeng Z? There we go. And then there we go. And he should have his gun back. That is exactly what I wanted you to look like. Oh my god. Almost makes me sad to destroy him. Oh man. I'm getting emotionally attached to these things. Not a good sign. I should probably go outside more. Oh man. Okay, we're... So now that I know how this all works, I feel like you can just turn off the lights on his legs, because he doesn't need the leg lights anymore. Boop. And then activate his gun, which I just saw that a second ago. There we go, chest anchor. Introducing the new Mantoid. Heck yeah. This means I'm gonna have to completely redo the hacked Mantoid on the ceiling, or the Mantoid on the ceiling, because that's a different enemy entirely, the way that I built all this, so I'm gonna have to completely rebuild them. But I'm quite satisfied with how this turned out. Look at the legs, the legs! Just studying his leg patterns here, making sure everything's working properly. I'm seeing a little bit of weirdness at certain angles. He'll like kind of get away from his legs in a weird way. Yes, certain angles his legs do kind of... It looks a little janky, I think. Yeah, where it like stretches out like that. Hold on, if I just look at his legs real quick. Oh, it works! Fucking finally! Oh my god. I'm not actually gonna open up my code. Let's see. Took a long ass time to develop that, holy shit. Okay, then I want this to transform, and there should be a distance. So let's do like 5-5. That should give us just enough leeway to not be doing the weird leg thing that I was doing earlier. Oh. There's like a little sweet spot in the distance between where the foot is and where it should be. So I'm just trying to find that so I can make sure we don't have the weird leg sticking out like a spear. It just looks odd. There we go. See, that looks much better. Cool. Glad I took the time to figure that out and make it work.